evening. We're going to go ahead and get started with our city council meeting here. We're going to call the Castle Hills Special City Council meeting to order and determine if a quorum is present. We are missing Mr. Gregory, but a quorum is present. We'll start off with the invocation. Go ahead and skip down. I don't think we have anybody lined up. Pledge of Allegiance. Chief, will you lead us? Thank you, Chief. Check and see if we have any citizen comments. Give me 1 second. Let me check my email. We do not have any comments. We'll proceed to item number 1, new business, discussion and possible action on the renewal or extension of the 6th declaration of the local state of disaster and public health emergency executed by Mayor J.R. Trevino, dated July 16th, 2020. Mr. Schnall, would you like to provide an update on this declaration?
Yes, sir. Good evening, members of the council. At your special meeting, at your meeting last week, where we discussed the mayor's 5th declaration, the request was made that consideration be given to there being a 6th declaration that tracks the current statewide rule enacted by Governor Abbott in regard to the mandating of wearing of face masks with certain exceptions. On Wednesday and Thursday of last week, I prepared a 6th declaration of an emergency, local disaster and emergency that incorporates word for word the relevant parts of Governor Abbott's order mandating the wearing of masks. That's GA 29. It's also in Judge Wolf's executive order from last week, NW 13, and it's now in the Mayor Trevino's 6th declaration. It would be my recommendation that since the numbers in Bexar County still are quite high, that the council give consideration to renewing or extending this declaration until your August regular meeting, which I believe is on August 11th.
Thank you, Mr. Schnall. Mr. Isbrand.
I'd move, Mayor, that we adopt the 6th, the extension of the 6th through the August regularly scheduled meeting.
I second.
Thank you, Mr. Isbrand. First and a second, do we have a discussion? All in favor? Unanimous. Thank you, council. Go ahead and proceed to conduct the budget work session, presentation and discussion of the preliminary FY 2021 budget for the fire department. Chief? I'm sorry, Ryan, you gonna go first?
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, council, is this working? What I wanted to do was just kind of give you a quick layout for our new council members. The intent of this is for our departments tonight and Thursday night to kind of give you an overview of their departments, their activities, and what they do here for Castle Hills, including their services. Tonight is budget workshop number 2. Thursday is budget workshop number 3. And kind of how we've, at least myself, talked to our department directors about laying this out to you is more informational right now to understand what they do, but also provides you kind of what they're looking and need over the next few years. And I know this is going to be a tough budget because, you know, our current public health emergency, but if I said there was not a current public health emergency and status quo as previous years with revenue, what would you like? So I've asked them all to provide that over the next 5 years. If things can't happen this year, whether it's personnel, equipment, and or improvements in their fleet, and what they'd like to see down the road that would help them be more efficient in their departments. I've asked them to let you all know that from that standpoint. So at this point, I'll turn it over to Chief Ledwig. He has a presentation there, and as you can see, it's pretty healthy, and it's laid out in 5 years. And so you know, when you're a kid and you ask in the Montgomery Ward shopping catalog, you know, what do you want? So this is his Montgomery Wards. So, Chief.
Thank you, Mr. Rapley. Chief?
Council, Mayor, thank you for your time this evening. I tend to probably would recommend that they be called needs, not wants, but that's up for y'all to determine. It is a lengthy presentation. We'll try to go through page by page. If y'all want to go ahead, and again, as it says on the front, I've kind of touched on the 2021 budget, upcoming